Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, mean taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cuts in, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Tannehill is going to turn here. Timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they send a man in motion right.
He'll try again.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
There's Chris Olave.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff right side to Nwangu.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That one caught out wide by Julio. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
This is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows to get the ball to him right away.
Brissett from the gun on third. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Dalton Schultz, 49 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Play action, it's Tannehill. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and through. And we are tied at 14.
this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. These two teams all tied after one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to the red zone, Carter. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He'll take it at the 42. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tannehill now to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kene Nwangu. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brissett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a give running left is Nwangu. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
On 3rd down, Brissett.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's got him in, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Clock.
Now Tannehill.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Tag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing on 3rd down. Tannehill.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
151 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. Throw caught here by Bird. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On play action, Brissett eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Take it at the 37. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now Tannehill. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Tannehill. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kene Nwangu with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
Quick throw to Olave. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. 52 yards on the ground for him so far. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Another run here with Sanders. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now Brissett on 4th down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
It was Eric Armstead coming up quickly and dropping him for a loss. For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 4th down, Tannehill. They shakes him off. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Tannehill going to throw it.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw, Tannehill.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's Brissett.
He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.